Morning guys, welcome to Super Saturday number 7. Okay, and also because this is the pre-record, it's actually Friday, so it's VE Day today guys, so happy VE Day. So this day, the 8th of May on 1945, marked the end of nearly 6 years of fighting. So whatever you're getting up to for your VE weekend guys, or bank holiday weekend, I hope you can spend a little bit of time just remembering those brave men and women that fought before us. Okay guys, regards to the workout then, as I mentioned, Super Saturday, number 7, it's flown by. Okay, another awesome workout for us. As always, bit of admin first of all. There are a lot of different parts to the workout, so what we're going to need to do is make sure we've got a pen and a bit of scrap paper so you can jot down as we're going through movement standards. So if you do find yourself at a different stage to me, we can make sure you know what's coming up next. In addition to your notebook and pen, or pen and a bit of scrap paper guys, we're going to need your sandbag. You've got the opportunity today to switch out potentially for a kettlebell. Also guys, we need something to step up onto, or the movement today will be step overs. If you can't step over, don't worry, we'll step up and down. So either a box or a sturdy object guys, a height that's challenging for you to allow you to step up and step down. And if you've got the freedom to step over, then that's what you're to do guys. In addition to that guys, if you've got any small partials, failing that, don't worry, we're going to need a couple of small items which is got a little bit of weight, i.e. a couple of tins of beans or a few bottles of water. We're going to use those for the warm-up. Okay guys, so grab that kit now, pen, a bit of scrap paper, sandbag or kettlebell, box, and some light loads guys for our warm-up, either tins of beans or a couple of bottles of water. And in addition guys, as always, our bottle of water to make sure we're hydrating throughout guys. So a minute or so now, just grab that kit. Right guys, good to go. So as always, it's exactly the same routine as every time we do this guys. We're going to make sure we first of all raise our heart rate. We think about activating the specific muscle groups we're going to be working, and then we spend a bit of time just mobilizing guys, making sure those muscle groups are good to go, and obviously ultimately to make sure we're getting the best out of them and to prevent injury. So with regards to the warm-up then guys, we're looking at 2 rounds. Okay, rounds consisting of 10 burpees, 10 good mornings, and 5-5-5 of the movement of TWY. Okay, and obviously that's going to be our shoulder maintenance and mobility. Demonstrate those movements now, and you can follow on through me. Obviously burpee, either stepping down or jumping down, stepping up or jumping up. So your chest and quads touching the floor at the same time, leave the floor at the same time, jump, clap behind the head. For the burpees, good mornings guys, we're going to do them with slightly softened knees. So knees slightly bent, sending the hips back, lats tight and shoulder blades nice and flat. And down as far as we can go guys until we feel like we're losing range, and losing range is obviously when the back is arching. So nice flat backs, 10 of those. And then 5-5-5 of TWY. Using on my tins of beans, okay, the T, arms out at full extension, level with the shoulders, pushing back as far as I can. W, coming hit the forearms in front of the face, back again as far as I can go, and the Y, okay, his arms coming out at 45 degrees, okay, and that's 5 of each. So we'll get cracking up, but first of all then guys, we'll get cracking on our 2 rounds. So straight up then guys, 10 burpees. Ten burpees done. Into the good ones then guys. Remember, softening the knees, hips back, flat backs. Loading the hamstrings, firing the glutes. Ten good mornings done. Into our 5-5-5 TWY. T first of all. Really pushing that range, guys, as you're working through. As you feel your shoulders becoming warmer and warmer. W and then Y, arms come out 45 degrees. Really push that range at the top. Last one. Back into our second round, so back into our burpees. If you were stepping down and stepping up on the last round, let's see if we can start jumping down, jumping up. 10 reps. Some burpees done, straight into our good mornings. You get some more range, guys, on these. Push a bit further, second round in. Back into our TWYs. Nice, guys. Okay, just a minute so there, guys. Okay, if you've got any little niggles you need to stretch off, just do that now. Just take a minute or so. Make sure you've got your water bottle good to go. Go a quick sip of water, and then we'll get cracking on a bit of mobility, guys. We need a clear area, guys, so we can mobilise. Right then, guys, straight in then. So first of all, guys, we're going to start thinking about opening up the hips and continue warming up the glutes. So we're going to go into our air squat stance, guys. So feet below shoulder, toes ever so slightly out. Leading with the hips as always. We're going to sit back and down. We're going to go down into that deep squat position. Okay, if you're not comfortable in this deep squat position, guys, if you can get somewhere where there's an upright just to support yourself. Okay, let's get comfortable then, guys. First of all, we're going to do this sequence for 3 rounds. First thing, guys, all I'm going to do is hold my toes, so fingertips under the front of my trainers. First movement then, guys, pulling on the toes, drive the head and chest up. Big dull ache in the hips. Couple of seconds there. Relax ever so slightly. Keeping the hands where they are. We're now using the elbows, drive the knees out. Couple of seconds there. Relax there, holding the toes. This time driving the hips up. Huge pull, lower back, glutes into the backs of the knees, and also almost into the calves. And stand. 2 more, back down. Deep squat position, hold the toes, head and chest up. Relax there, knees out. Relax there, hips up. Huge pull. You can lock your knees out, lock your knees out. If you can't, don't worry. But try and get more range than you did last time, so push it a bit further. Feeling more warmer and looser through the hamstrings and glutes. Stand, extend the hips to the top. Last one. Hold the toes. Head and chest up. Knees out. Hips up. Stand. Coming down onto all fours, guys. Put a bit of load through the wrists. Okay, we've got some overhead pressing as well as some pushing. So we're thinking about warming up the shoulders and also thinking about our scapula, okay, into the shoulder blades and all those sort of pushing and pulling muscle groups we need to work on. Okay guys, first of all on all fours, okay, stacking the wrists below shoulders, knees below hips, we're just going to rotate 5 to the right, 5 to the left. Nice big circles towards the end, behind the palms, over the fingertips, opposite way. Okay, from here then a couple of reps of bird dog guys, so staying on all fours. Okay, we're focusing now opposite leg, opposite hand. So what I'm going to do, focus on first of all taking the left hand out and the right leg back. So I'm reaching for an imaginary wall in front of me, imaginary wall behind. Okay, visualizing now, straight line, fingertips, shoulders, hips into my heel, and then switch. 5 on the right, 5 on the left. You want to see legs not up, back, straight guys, nice straight line, head down, tight through the midline, squeeze, split second pause, and then switch. Last one on each side. Okay, staying on all fours guys, thinking about working into the T-spine, and we're going to work into the scapula a little bit, sorry. Just keep the right arm where it is, keep the right elbow locked out, left hand back of the ear, reach with the elbow to the wrist, up to the sky, 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Opposite side. Then finally guys, into the scapula. We can do again this for 10 reps guys. You can either go from pivoting from the toes or from the knees. Okay guys, all I'm going to do is keep my midline tight and straight, so not that, nice and straight, and relax the area between my shoulder blades. Push through my wrists, so focusing on arching the top of the back, working through flexion and extension. Feel free to break these down into sets of 2 or 2 sets of 5. First 5. One today already, sweating. Back in, last 5. Then again, keep that midline straight and tight. Flexion and extension. Relaxing and pushing. Cool. Back onto your knees, guys. Last little bit in the wrist, rotating 10 reps. Circular motion inwards into 10 with the circular motion outwards. Cool. Okay guys, bit of paper and a pencil if you've got it. We're going to go through the flow of the workout. What I'll do guys is there's a number of different movements, so as I'm talking through the flow I'll pause after each like mini couplet if you like, demonstrate those movements, and then we'll move on to the next one to give you time to write it down and visualize it as we're flowing through. So okay, the nuts and bolts of it then guys, 2 17-minute workouts, 3 minutes in between. In the 17-minute workout, there's 2 sort of segments, if you like. The rep ranges all stay the same, okay? The first half of your 17-minute workout is 30, 20, 10 of 2 movements. The second half is 10, 20, 30 of 2 separate other movements. On the last 30 reps within your 17-minute window, the movement you're on, you'll do as many as you can for the remainder of your 17 minutes, guys. So whatever movement you finish on your 30th rep, that's what you continue doing until the time stops. Before that, guys, for both 17 workouts, there's a buy-in. Okay, so how it's going to work then? First of all, for first 17-minute window, then guys, the buy-in in is 30 power cleans. So taking the bag from the middle of our feet, catching on our front rack, switching. You can alternate that however you like. You can portion the work however you like. 30 reps buys you into the workout. So 30 reps first of all, and then you're into your 30, 20, 10. Okay, so 30 buy-in, guys. Power cleans, using the bag, guys. Okay, feet just below shoulder, load in between the feet, shoulders and chest over the load itself. Nice flat back. We're driving up into extension, guys, and catching just underneath in that 3/4 squat. And then stand, and you can do as many of those as you want on the left and right, switching through. Once I've done my 30, I'm then into my main work, guys. So as I mentioned before, the first part of the workout is 30, 20, 10. two different movements. So 30 of both movements, 20 of both movements, and 10. First up then, guys, is double squat cleans. Taking the load between your feet, hands either side of the bag, shoulders and chest over the load, flat backs, drive up, into extension, catch, squat, and then back down. So 30 squat cleans. Then we're going to do 30 shoulders overhead. Okay, worm style. Okay, start on one side, dip the body weight into the heels, drive up, press, full lockout, opposite side. Okay, working through 30 of each, 20 of each, and then 10 of each. Once we've done 30, 20, 10 of both movements, we're then going to switch, and then we're going to go up the reps. Now we're doing 10, 20, 30. Okay, first movement up is double-handed thrusters. Feet below shoulder, hands on each side of the load, hinging at the waist, nice flat back, drive up into extension. Full depth squat. As we stand, pop the hips, extend overhead, full lockout, head through, and then back down continuously. So thrusters, first movement, devil's press. You're going to come down on top of the load, chest touches the load, spring up, feet as far forward as you can. This is where I want you to adjust your backs into that neutral spine, so not arch, neutral spine, shift the load, stand, extend the hips, and take the load overhead, head through, full lockout. So 10 of each, 20 of each, and then 30 of each. The last movement then, guys, in 17-minute windows. So say for example, I finished my 30th rep on devil's press, 16 minutes, 15 seconds. I'm being optimistic, so that for example, that's where I'm at. And then continue on the double-handed devil's press until my 17 minutes is up. Okay, guys? We're then going to take a well-earned 3-minute rest, and then we're into our second 17-minute window. Okay, this one then, guys, we're doing a buy-in of 30 squat thrusts, which I'll demonstrate now. So either stepping down or jumping down, guys. We're starting with our feet below our hips. Kick back, back up, stand, feet back down, kick back, forward, and stand. So there's our 30 squat thrusts. Buys us into our main bit of work, which is as follows. 30, 20, 30, 20, 10. Exactly the same rep range as the start of the last workout, if you like, or last part of the workout, part A, if you like. This time, guys, back squats and then swings. Okay, back squats then, guys, we're going to safely take the load onto the fleshy part of our traps, not the bony part of our neck. Once that load is secure, you're comfortable. As with all squats, guys, we're sitting back and down, full depth, and then stand up for our back squat. Our swings, guys, two variations on this. You can either go one-handed, hold on to the bag. Same again, hinging from the waist. Okay, put the load slightly just towards the back of your heels. Generate that power from the hips, hinging from the waist, holding on with the arms, and coming to shoulder height. You can switch onto each side, or you can take a double-handed grasp of the material, because sometimes I find, especially if you're getting sweaty, guys, it can be quite difficult to hold on. Double-handed grasp of the material itself, and now we can do double-handed. Same again, drive from the hips, that load to shoulder height. Or if you've got the option and you're going to push that range a little bit more, we can take our kettlebell, guys. Okay, similar principles, hinging from the waist, nice flat backs, bowband grasp. Okay, you're either going to get the Russian coming up to shoulder width, guys, or if you want to push it and finish strong, overhead, make sure the elbows are locked out and the head comes through. First two movements, and that is a rep range of 30, 20, 10, 30 of each, 20 of each, 10 of each. Then the second part, guys, we're working on 10, 20, 30, exactly the same as the first part. And this time, guys, it's press ups and step ups or step overs. If you've got the option step over, I haven't because I'm reducing space, so I'll be stepping up. Okay, guys, and those movements will look like this. Press ups, RX, hands below shoulder, no width, no wider than shoulder width apart. Feet no wider than shoulder width apart. Chest touching, press, elbows lock out, guys. Okay, scaled options, knees, all the way down, back up, hybrid. We're going to come down, off the toes, drop the knees, pivot from the knees, press, knees come away, back into that plank, back down, knees touch, press. Okay, next scaled option down from there. If you have the option to, or the side of a sofa, or something static is not going to move, we can do incline, making sure chest is coming to the object or coming to the floor or the object you're pressing away from every time. And then step ups, guys, as I mentioned before, ideally stepping up and over, keeping yourself nice and low, no requirement to extend the hips at the top. Stay low, twist, turn, look at where you're going to land, as in look at where you're going to step, and then step back up. Or if you're like me and you're restricted for space, guys, we're just going to do step ups. If you want to mix this up and make it a bit harder, you can add some load, whether that be holding the kettlebell or sandbag on your shoulders. Okay, that's entirely up to you, or just do it without any load at all, making sure now as we step up, feet come together, extend the hips, come down under control, go again. Okay, only add the load if you want to, it's entirely up to you. Same again. Okay, once the last movement you'll finish, the 30th rep, because remember we're working on 10 of each, 20 of each, 30 of each. The last movement, guys, as I mentioned, will be the step ups or step overs. Your remaining time, so the 17 minutes is up, you'll hit as many step overs as you can, guys. So once you've got to that 30th rep, if you're at 16 minutes and 5 seconds, guess what? You've got another 55 seconds, guys, to continue with those reps. Right, guys, loads of information there. Hope you've had time to jot that down. Okay, as I mentioned before, you know, we might be working differently to each other. So just remember, 2 17-minute workouts, 3 minutes in between. Okay, I'm going to shout at you when the time's up or when we're getting close to the end of the time to give you an idea. And that's how it's going to work. So to recap, first 17-minute window, 30, 20, 10 of double-handed squat cleans, double-handed shoulders overhead. Switch movements, now 10, 20, 30 of double-handed thrusters, double-handed devil's press. Continue the double-handed devil's press until your 17 minutes is up. 3 minutes rest, switching to different movements now, but starting the same rep range, 30, 20, 10. Now we're on back squats and swings. Switching on its head, now we're working on 10, 20, 30 of press ups and step overs or step ups. Remembering, we continue, once we hit that 30th rep on the step ups or step overs, we continue until the 17 minutes is up. Okay guys, we are now going to take 2 minutes. Any little nibbles you might have or any little last little bits of admin. Okay, you want to switching out a bit of kit, grab the kettlebell. You've got time to do that. I'll set the clock, guys, and then we're going to hit this. Okay guys, working on 37 minutes in total. Remember, 2 17-minute workouts, 3 minutes well-earned rest in between, guys. First up, remember we're buying in. First round we're buying in with 30 power cleans. Second round we're buying in with 30 squat thrusts, guys. Okay, so you're going to require your sandbag first of all for our power cleans. Okay, remember that 30 buy-in for both 17-minute workouts. Guys, we're going to go, once we get this music on, we're going to go in 10 seconds. Okay guys, go in 10. 30 power cleans up first of all.